Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today we're going to continue with Charlie Meck's series. And one thing that I noticed in the book is these flies, I'm going in order as they are in the book, but they're also in order of how they hatch during the year. So these, the last couple, the blue dun, the little blueing olive, and rusty spinner, that would be like the first flies that would hatch in the year. So now we're at the blue quill, and this would be 18 and 20, and I have a size 18 in there now. We're going to use, the thread would be dark gray, but I'm going to use a black because this is 16/0 thread and this is a size 18. And the only thing you're going to see of the thread is the head itself. We're going to put the base of thread down and bring that back and do the tail first. When you're doing real small flies like this, I find it easier to put the tails on first, because the wings are standing up. They'll be getting in the way of those long tail fibers, because for the tail what you want is those long stiff fibers for tails. So I'm going to take a dark gray hackle fibers for the tail, and we want them to be just about heading towards the length of the hook shank. We're going to hold that on there, come straight up on it. And I'm going to put one wrap underneath the tail. And that will get that, straighten that right out. Bring our thread up to the wing position now. When I get to about halfway, I'm going to cut those excess off. Now I'm about halfway, so I'm going to take the thread halfway forward of that. And this is where we're going to put our wing. Now for the wing, we're going to use dark gray hackle tips. And here we have one and the other. And we're going to try to get them back convex sides together, so that they will split back to back. Easier said than done. And if you can't get them back to back, which is really hard, I have the hackle tips lined up, and that's going to have to do. If you find yourself having too much trouble with the hackle tips, take dark gray poly yarn and use that for your wing. We're going to line these, put these on top. I'm going to try to get them to where I am pegging down the bare shaft of the fly of the feather. I'm going to go ahead and remove that excess off the back. I'm not going to worry about lifting them yet. Just make sure that they're on top. Because since I'm on my way towards the back, now I'll go bring it all the way to the back, and I will put the body on. And for the body, we want a peacock eye. What you want is the peacock eye, and you strip off the herl and use an eraser. This is an ink pen eraser, which is a lot harder than a pencil eraser, but both of them work equally well. After you strip that peacock quill or eye, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and soak it So before you actually tie some of these, you're probably better off preparing a lot, as many as you're going to make, preparing the eyes and put them in a bowl of warm water, and that will soften them up and help keep them from breaking. I'm going to go ahead and tie this in. Bring that up there near the wing. And you can see when I lifted that, we have a couple of fibers sticking out the front, which isn't bad compared to having a whole bunch. And that is the reason why I stripped the, let me get those wings out of the way there. That is the reason why I stripped the hackle tips. Before I put them on, I'm going to take my delicate hackle pliers and we're going to wrap the body. Careful of the point of the hook, and you see that I didn't have that soaked. Try to keep it a level thread on there. And watching the point of the hook. When you use the peacock eye, that is where you get the segmented body look. And I twist, there we go. They were twisted. That was my door. And we're going to bring that right up. And I'm going to tie that in there. Three wraps is all you need. Maybe put one in front of it. Take your poke and snip cuticle trimmer. Remove that excess. For the hackle, we're going to use a light blue dun hackle. I'm going to prepare it with a crew cut. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to put that right between the wings. And we're going to stick that hard on the back side. Pull those wings out of the way, and I got to trim that just a little bit. Those wings out of the way. There we go. Take those delicate hackle pliers once again. Going to hold the wings back, and we're going to give that a wrap in the front. Oh, I wrap down a wing. Let me try again. There we go. And now we'll hold that wing back. And we'll give it a wrap in the front. And tie that in, holding that hackle more or less at a 90 degree to the hook shank. It will reduce the amount of hackle that is pointing forward when you remove the excess. And we're going to form the head. And it looks like I have one stray fiber. We will take our whip finish, give it 3 wraps, remove that excess. We'll put a little bit of head cement on there, clean the brush off really well. And here we have Charlie Meck's blue quill. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. If you do subscribe, please hit the notify button so you don't miss any of my videos. Please visit my sponsors. Let them know that I sent you. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. If you'd like to purchase any flies for me, go to etsy.com/shop/theflymanjim. And if you don't see it there, just go ahead and send me a message through Etsy and we'll figure things out. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.